Today's video is on core strength exercises to help with inversions. I have picked out some of my favorite core strength building exercises and I've broken them down into 3 different categories for the sake of this video. Static holds, dynamic movements, and negatives. So a static hold is where the exercise is still. A dynamic movement it's a movement. So a good example of a dynamic movement is a squat. And a negative is the negative of an exercise that you're hoping to achieve. If you wanted to achieve a chin up, but you're not there yet, what you can do is you can kind of hop up onto that bar, get into that final chin up position, and then you slowly lower yourself down. And that slowly lowering yourself down is the negative. I'm going to start out with the static holds. So the first static hold is what I had already mentioned, which is a plank. Hands are shoulder width apart and that you're holding a nice strong plank. So that means that you're not letting your hips and your bum sag in or poke up. You want to be nice and flat. The next static hold is a straddle hold, I'm gonna call it. So you want to place your hands in between your thighs and your legs, and you're going to kind of shift your weight forward, having your legs in this straddle V position. You wanna flex everything, engage all your muscles, and you're going to try to drive through the palms of your hands and lift off your bum all the way to your heels off the ground. And it is one that is amazing for building core strength in core and in your hip flexors, and it's a fantastic exercise for working towards handstand press. Now, the third static hold is a variation 2 of this, where instead of having our legs in a straddle, we're gonna have them in a pike position. So if the straddle and the pike hold are too challenging on the ground, you can do them on the edge of a bench. This is going to allow you to still practice the hold, but not have to worry about your ankles or getting your feet off the ground. Our first dynamic movement is a side plank. Now I know what you're thinking, you're like, side plank, isn't that a static hold? It could be a static hold. If you want it to be, you could just do the side plank and hold it. But the variation I am referring to, you move your arm and your leg up and down, and adding in that movement is going to really help with all your core and all of those little stabilizing muscles that are so important while practicing inversions. So that is our first dynamic movement. If you start in a forearm stand plank, you're going to, one arm at a time, go up into a kind of push-up stance plank, and then back down one arm at a time to a forearm. Now you can do that as many times as you like. I would probably do it 10 times, so 5 times on either side for each set. The next dynamic movement is elevated knee touches. So you're gonna put your feet on something that is the same height as your arm length. So you're basically in a plank position, and then what you wanna do is slowly draw in one of your legs and your knee towards your chest/armpit, and you can draw it in, hold it there for 3 seconds, and then bring it back out. Place it back down on your elevated surface, and then you're going to do the same thing with the opposite leg. This, again, really good exercise. You'll feel it right away in your core. Now for our 3 negative movements. If I want to learn how to do a handstand press, one of the best negative movements I can do is to get up into that handstand and then very slowly lower down in the position that I would like to be able to press in. So instead of telling you 3 different negative movements in inversions that you should try to do, I thought I would show you the negative movements that I'm working on. But what I'm going to tell you is that whatever pose you can hold best in headstand, forearm stand, or handstand should be the pose that you're practicing these negative movements in. Because say you're not very confident with your handstand straddle, practicing a negative in a handstand straddle isn't going to be that productive, because you're probably gonna fall out of it much quicker than, say, if you're really good at holding a handstand tuck. If you're really good at holding a handstand tuck, that's the movement that you should be practicing the negative in. When you're practicing a negative in any inversion, whether it's headstand, forearm stand, or handstand, the biggest focus here is slow and controlled. Slowly as you can, you're gonna lower those feet down to the ground. And if you know you're only a few inches away from the ground, and if you can pause and stop for a few seconds, do it. That's what's gonna get you there. That's what's gonna get you to doing the press. You can do as many negative movements as you would like, as many sets or as many reps. Again, that is up to you and it's up to your skill level. But just to remember to listen to your body, to give yourself little timed breaks in between every one of these exercises, and just to enjoy it and just see how it feels and make any adjustments as you go. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions or any feedback. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it, because I want to know. And subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos, and I should have another one out in a couple days, and I'm going to be talking about that whole banana back thing that happens when a lot of people start handstands and how we can help correct that. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Look at those palm trees, damn!